let's see this. This is the statement of a theorem. So I'm not going to give you the proof, but you can remember this statement if you can remember it. If capital G is a bipartite graph, then the maximum size of the matching in G is equal to the minimal size of the vertex cover, right? So if you have a bipartite graph, if you can find out the maximum matching, then that size will also be equal to the minimum vertex cover. The proof is very big. It is not required for gate. You can just remember this statement, and if you can answer any questions directly, do it that way. Otherwise, depending on the question, you can solve it. So for example, in this question, if you observe it, the maximum matching that you can get is here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the maximum matching you got. Therefore, definitely minimum vertex cover is going to be at least 4, but then in this case, if you take 4, it is going to be sufficient to cover all the edges. I mean to say in this example, right? So this will be applied to any bipartite graph. You take any bipartite graph, if you can find out the maximum matching, that number itself will be equal to the minimum vertex cover. So if you can find out one, other will be easy, right? Okay, and here also the same thing applies, right? And one more important point is minimum vertex cover in Kmn is equal to minimum of m comma n. So what does it mean? Now if you have Km comma n, let us say Km comma n means one side I have m vertices and other side I have n vertices, and it is complete, which means from every vertex here to every vertex there I have a I have an edge. Now they are saying that minimum vertex cover is minimum of these two, right? So let us say this is 4 and this is 5, right? Then if you take all these 4 vertices, then it is going to cover everything, all the edges. See, it is always true in a bipartite graph. In case of a bipartite graph, if you take one of the partition, that is going to be a vertex cover, but then it need not be minimum vertex cover. But in case of Kmn, if you take the smaller side, that will be the minimum vertex cover. Got it? So why? The reason is, if you try to remove any vertex from this, then since it is a complete graph, there will be a edge which will be going from here to here to some vertex there, and that will not be covered. Therefore you are supposed to take all of them from one side, right? And if you find the smaller of these two sets and you take the smaller set, that is going to be the minimal vertex cover. So anyway, these proofs are not required. You can remember these 2 points if you can, and in case if you can answer some questions faster using these points, use them. Otherwise, case to case, we shall take the examples and work them on it. Okay, fine.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkey's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkey, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkey is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkey. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have, you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities, or 50 lakh universities. But whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.